You keep waiting for the lightning bolt. You keep waiting for the epiphany, the flash of divine inspiration that will reveal your true purpose. You've spent years agonizing over this. You read the self-help books, you listen to the gurus, and you stare at the ceiling, convinced that everyone else has found their sacred calling, and you're the only one left searching. You treat purpose like a treasure chest hidden in a distant land, something you have to find, unlock, and then, finally, your life will begin. This belief is the single most destructive fantasy you hold. It's the perfect excuse for your current inaction. Here's the first brutal truth. Finding your true purpose is not a quest, it's a distraction. You are using the search for purpose as an elevated spiritual excuse to avoid doing the hard, immediate, necessary work in front of you. You are telling yourself, I can't commit to this job, relationship, or habit until I know it aligns with my true calling. This is a lie. This is a brilliant, high-minded form of procrastination that makes you feel superior to those who are just, well, working. You love the idea of the grand, destiny-driven life, but you despise the boring, incremental construction required to build it. You're addicted to the theory of purpose, not the practice of it. Think about how this fantasy bleeds into your relationships. You constantly evaluate partners through the filter of purpose. Does this person support my eventual greatness? Do they fit the vision? You break up with good people because they don't seem aligned with the epic story you're trying to write. You're not looking for a partner, you're looking for a sidekick in your purpose narrative. This search guarantees failure because true, deep connection is messy, complicated, and often inconvenient to a clean, well-defined mission. You avoid vulnerability and commitment by holding the idea of a higher purpose over your current human connection. You've made your purpose the enemy of your intimacy. The shocking realization you need to confront is that purpose is not something you find, it is something you build through consistent, meaningful contribution. It doesn't come from a vision board or a retreat. It comes from showing up every day and solving problems that matter to you and to the people around you. Purpose is not one single thing. It is the compounding effect of your daily values in action. If you value learning, your purpose today is to learn. If you value your family, your purpose today is to serve them. You are waiting for the perfect role, but the role only emerges after you've spent years mastering the craft, whatever that craft might be. The small but powerful mindset shift is this. Stop asking, what is my purpose, and start asking, what is my job today? Focus on the immediate task that requires your full presence and effort. The job today is to crush that meeting, to give your full attention to your partner, to do the uncomfortable workout. By mastering the job today, you are automatically laying the brick for the foundation of your future purpose. Stop searching for the destination. Start owning the process. That is where your meaning truly lies. Your ego loves the purpose search. It allows you to feel unique, special, and on a higher trajectory than everyone else, even while you're sitting still. The narrative of the seeker is much more flattering than the brutal truth of the procrastinator. You tell the world you're deep in thought when you're really just deep in fear. Here is the second brutal truth. Your search for a grand, universal purpose is a disguise for your fear of commitment to anything small and local. If you commit to your current job, you might fail. If you commit to your current relationship, you might get hurt. If you commit to a single skill, you might find out you're only average. By leaving all doors open in your search for purpose, you avoid the inevitable pain and disappointment that comes with diving deep into any one area. You are so terrified of being wrong that you choose to remain perpetually uncommitted. This is not wisdom, it's emotional paralysis. Think about the sheer waste of time. While you are intellectually masturbating over your ikigai diagram, others are simply showing up, putting in the reps, and solving the actual problems you want to solve someday. They are gaining the competency that forms the backbone of purpose, while you are collecting abstract concepts. Purpose is earned through competency. You don't get to save the world until you've mastered the skill set required to clean up your own corner of it. Your lack of tangible progress is a direct result of your focus on the abstract. The shocking realization here is that your belief in a single true purpose is the primary obstacle to your happiness. When you believe in one single purpose, everything else in your life becomes less than. Your job is temporary, your relationships are auditions, and your current life is a waiting room. This creates chronic dissatisfaction even when things are objectively good. You are missing out on the joy of the present moment because you have convinced yourself that the real life starts later, after you've found it. This is a profound, self-imposed emotional deficit. Purpose is not a destination, it's a dimension you bring to whatever you're doing. The clear takeaway, the next small mindset shift, is to shift from the concept of a single external purpose to the concept of intentional engagement. Stop waiting for the job to give you purpose. Bring purpose to the job. Stop waiting for the partner to define your life. Bring your defined self to the partnership. Intentional engagement means choosing to be fully present, fully focused, and fully committed to the task, conversation, or relationship in front of you. Not because it's your destiny, but because it is what you chose to do right now. You don't need a grand map of the universe. You need to focus on the single square foot of reality you're standing on. Act there. You're still mentally holding the purpose concept at arm's length, waiting for it to reveal its secrets. You need to accept that the only thing separating you from a purpose-driven life is the courage to be small and consistent. You want the applause of the finish line without enduring the loneliness of the daily practice. Here is the final, ultimate truth. The core human desire is not for a grand purpose. It is for impact, mastery, and belonging. And you are denying yourself all three by remaining on the sidelines. You gain impact by solving problems for others, which requires skills. You gain mastery by dedicating years to a craft, which requires consistency. You gain belonging by committing to imperfect people, which requires vulnerability. Your current search for purpose neatly avoids all three. It allows you to feel special without being skilled, avoid failure without trying, and remain aloof without committing. In terms of attraction, this refusal to commit to a direction makes you fundamentally unstable and unattractive. People are drawn to energy, direction, and competence. They are not drawn to perpetual seekers and dreamers who are always about to start their great work. High-value people want a partner who has planted their flag, who has chosen a path and is walking it with conviction, even if the path changed later. Your indecision is a constant signal of emotional and psychological drift. Your purpose will never attract a great partner. Your demonstrated self-discipline will. The most shocking insight you will ever receive is this. Your purpose is likely already right in front of you, disguised as the thing you're already good at, but have never taken seriously. It's the thing you do effortlessly, the skill others compliment you on, the problem you naturally gravitate towards solving. You dismiss it because it feels too easy, too mundane, or too much like work. You are so busy looking for the extraordinary that you miss the profound meaning in the ordinary acts of contribution you could be making right now. The final mindset shift is the ultimate surrender to reality. Your purpose for the next 90 days is to master a single, measurable, practical skill. Stop thinking about your life's mission. Choose one skill, coding, speaking, writing, negotiating, lifting weights, and dedicate 60 minutes a day to its mastery regardless of how you feel. By the end of 90 days, you won't have found your purpose, but you will have gained competency, which is the psychological bedrock of all genuine purpose. Stop worshiping the idea of purpose. Start building the evidence for it. Your action is your purpose.